You want to know that question burning in your mind right now. How do I pick a digital product idea to sell? It's a tough one to get past, I get it. You want to make money online with digital products. You just want to start selling right now, but when you're completely stuck on this, what do? If that sounds like you, trust me, you've landed on the right video. Now I'm going to be honest with you right now. The digital product that is currently sitting in your mind, or the first digital product that you're going to sell, probably isn't going to be your first or your last. And it's probably not going to be a very good one unless you're very lucky. If you've ever heard of that 10,000 hour rule, basically there's this guy called Malcolm Gladwell, and he believed that it takes 10,000 hours of practice to really get good at something. But let's be real, not everybody has 10,000 hours. We want things right now. Plus, we have the internet and AI, so hopefully we can actually come up with a digital product idea in less than 10,000 hours. So if you're paralyzed in research mode instead of doing mode, let's change that. I'm going to be walking you through my 4-point validation framework to ensure that your digital product idea has real market potential and is going to sell. And by the end of this video, you'll have a clear process to choose your digital product idea and have the confidence to execute it. So if you're new here, my name is Ronnie, and I help regular people sell digital products and make passive income by matching or exceeding it with digital products. And if you want to skip the line over all of this and you want to get like a handheld step-by-step process on how to create and sell digital products automatically, you can do that exact thing inside my digital product income starter kit. But let's dive into my 4-part validation framework. Now here's where most people get stuck. They get stuck in research mode or self-doubt mode, and that is the place you don't want to be in. I mean, there's this fear of failure. Like, you don't want to waste your time on an idea. You think that your digital product idea might not sell, and then once you start researching, you can get really overwhelmed. You have all of these new ideas, you've written so many of them down, and you're just really overwhelmed. And you end up again getting stuck in that research paralysis phase, and you don't know where to start. And if you're also one of those people that get stuck on that perfect idea for your first idea rather than starting, we need to change that mindset. But you know what? I've actually been through that whole process as well. Like, I remember when I first started to want to sell digital products, I just had no idea. I had no idea what to sell. I didn't know if things were going to sell. I didn't know if my idea was good enough or not. I don't know if I can do this because I don't want to put myself out there and embarrass myself, or I don't want to invest all my time into this and it doesn't work. But you know what the thing is? With all of this doubt and all of this mindset, the thing is that you just need to think a little bit more positively. Okay, now I know that sounds like really basic information, but really it's the strategy. You just got to go all in and give yourself that positive energy. And that leads me to my next point, which is action over perfection. Because if you spend all your time trying to perfect the perfect idea, you're never going to get started. So my very, very first digital product that I started with years ago, when I was just a funnel builder and graphic designer or web designer, it was like this really ugly illustration, and I just put it up on a creative market, and I just thought, okay, great, I'm going to be the best digital product seller ever. Fast forward to today, I've created so many digital products since then. So I just want to tell you that when I say your first digital product idea is not going to be your last, it really won't be. You can create a digital product and then have so many after that that will teach you and help you to get really successful sales. So when you have that mindset of, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know how this is going to work, you just have to remember the first is not going to be your last. And the thing is, before you have all of those digital product opportunities and chances to create them, and it doesn't really cost you any money to create digital products, you can learn so many different things from it. So you can learn what works, what doesn't work, what social media you like, what traffic you like. All these different things are going to help you grow and create digital products that you actually love and that will sell. And I'll give you an example of this. When I first started selling digital products and I launched my first one by following a process, I launched it and got sales pretty much straight away. And I had never done a proper digital product launch before. I'd never built an email list. I'd never done any of that kind of stuff. And when I followed that process and I did that, I made sales and I was like, holy crap, like this is freaking cool. So comparing that to me just really throwing a really ugly illustration up on Creative Market and hoping for sales was a very different process. But I just learned every single time something different after I did a digital product, and that's how I got there. And honestly, when you have your very first sale and you never had one before, it gives you the best feeling ever. It gives you a little bit of information, but it also gives you that power to go, yes, this stuff is actually going to work. I can make almost imaginary money out of nothing. So what's the step-by-step process for choosing a really great digital product idea? Well, number one, identify your genius with the skill finder framework. Like, where are you like the top at everything in your mind? What are you good at? Do you have hobbies? Have you had lots of jobs where you've collected really great skills? Is there any expertise that you have? And you can write all of that stuff down. If I were you, I just start there. And this is exactly what my skill finder framework, uncover what you already know and get paid for it. It's a freebie that helps you do this and more. It walks you through identifying all of your unique strengths and knowledge. And you'll sometimes find that people ask you a lot of questions and ask you for help. Like over my career being a freelancer, I always had really random people asking me for business advice. How did I get clients? How did I do this? Now, all of that would have been great if I was really doing digital products back then, but I wasn't. But I was finding that lots of people were coming to me for that advice. So that's something else that you could write down as an idea. And most of all, what are you passionate about? If you're passionate about business, business is really great. What could you talk about for hours and hours on end if lots of people were asking you questions? Because understand, you've got to know about your topic, but you also have to be really passionate about it because everything has actually got to come from inside your heart and your mind to be able to share your knowledge. So, what I want you to do is create an actionable brainstorm kind of list, and I want you to go over those points. What are your hobbies, interests? What jobs have you had? Any skills that you have? What are you passionate about? I want you to write all those things down, and you can use my Skill Finder framework to guide you through this process. It's available for free in the YouTube video description and in the comment section below. Next, number two, research and validate your idea. So when you've got your list, I want you to look through all the ideas that you have, and I want you to look at other people online because most of the time, there'll be other people who are doing something similar because you don't necessarily need to reinvent the wheel. Just like how I was a web designer, there were thousands of other web designers out there. And when I was looking for a specific niche to go into, I could see a lot of Wix, Squarespace, or Shopify designers, but not a lot of funnel builders. And I think there was only like 10 to 20 at the time. So I thought that that was a really great niche to get into because it was low competition. People were already doing it successfully all around the world, and the market was really great for funnel builders, just like myself. So another example could be if you want to sell Canva templates and you're in the mental health space, you can go online and you can see if there's any kind of niche that's doing really, really great already. Like maybe it's ADHD, or maybe it's like neurodivergent or anything like that. Now, if you don't know where to look, you can look anywhere, and I mean anywhere. YouTube, Reddit, Pinterest, Facebook groups. When you're looking for these proven concepts, I also want you to look for people who are asking questions and are finding problems. And if you go through all those platforms and you can see like a specific need that's not being met by people, then you know that your idea is probably going to fit in there somewhere. So what I want you to do is I want you to grab your list that you've brainstormed, and I want you to go and research and find out any related products to that and see if you can see anybody selling anything similar, which is going to bring us to number three, choose your digital product type. So now you want to choose your digital product, and you've kind of gone through the ideas. Now it's choosing what digital product do you actually create. You can use Canva and create with their templates. You can use Google Sheets. You can even use calculators, anything like that. But really, what you want to be able to do is create within your tool and skill set, because honestly, when you start with something, you just want it to be manageable. So 4, create a mini version of your product for testing. And this is for testing because what you want to do is you want to see if your idea is going to be a really, really good one. So what you want to do with this digital product idea is you want to keep it really simple. You want to keep it really small, and you want to solve that one very specific problem. You don't want to create the ultimate all-in-one mega bundle or anything like that. You just want to be able to like test it. So it could be a really simplified version of it. Let's say it's something to do with ADHD for women and you want to create like a Canva template. Basically, you might want to create a checklist that solves how ADHD women can get through their day, and it can structure like how they need to do things in time blocks, something like that. The problem that you will be solving is ADHD women trying to get through their day because they get so distracted. This is a simple product that you can create, which is a checklist. And then once you've gotten a few sales or you get a few people coming through, you can get testimonials. And once you gather data and you can see what's not working, and then when you're ready, you can create a bigger product. Now, people always ask me, how do you know how to price your digital products? The thing is, when you're starting with your minimal valuable product, you probably want to start with something that's around $7. Nothing like $1 or $3 or anything like that. But between $7 and $20, I think that's a good price because what you're really trying to do is you're trying to validate that idea. You're trying to get analytics and you're trying to get results and you're trying to get testimonials, stuff like that. And if your product's really simple, you just want to go through the process of actually getting the sales. So cool. Now you know all of the steps. You've got your idea. You know how to do the research. You know how to create like a minimal valuable product. Now you just need to launch it. And listen, don't wait for your digital product to be perfect. If it's kind of ugly, that's okay. If you're missing something, that's also okay. Just launch it because remember with digital products, it takes 1 second to change something on the computer. You can update things really, really easily. Everything is so instant with digital products. So let's wrap this up. If you take anything away from this video, just remember, your first idea and your first digital product will not be your last. Release the pressure of it needing to be absolutely perfect and just start. Because the goal right now isn't perfection, it's progress. It's about taking action, choosing something, putting it out there, and making that first crucial sale. Because that first dollar is going to prove to you that this is actually possible. Don't let the fear of not knowing what to sell hold you back any longer. Okay, so now you know how to pick a digital product idea to sell. You might be wondering what's next. Well, that's why you want to watch the video popping up on your screen right now. Because when you pair what you just learned in this video with what you're going to learn in the next, it's going to make you way more powerful. Stay blessed.